Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Usual routine for those of you that are regulars here. If you just type a Y in the chat box, I'll just check that it's active. Yep. You can just tick a Y in there. Let me know that you can see my screen and hear what I'm saying. Got a good program for you today. Packed with information, great offer for you at the end, something quite amazing. So let's get this show on the road. Let's just make sure that you can hear me. Anybody can hear me? Let's have some Y's or whatever in the chat area. Okay, we've got a couple of people that have responded, so you can hear me. I'm not sure how many people we've got here today. We've got a new system going, so not everybody will reflect on the in the attendees on the webinar. If you are attending through the link that you got when you registered for the webinar, then you'll be shown as an attendee. But we also have, we're also broadcasting this event on the website of sawp.com, sawwp.com, / what is SAWP and Simple Fast Cash, and that is broadcasting there live, and there you can interact through the comments section. So if you're on there, you can add comments at the bottom of the webinar, at the bottom of the video, and hopefully I'll see those and be able to answer any questions in exactly the same way that if you ask questions in the chat section here, then I will be able to answer those questions for you. Okay, so what I want to do is what SAWP is really about, sawwp.com. It's about getting rid of the hype and the lies and giving people a chance to really establish themselves online in a way that enables them to live a success lifestyle. So what is a success lifestyle? We've gone 2 slides there. Here we go. It is different things to different people. Everybody's unique. Everybody has their own idea of what they want, their own dreams. But what I find is that most people are not living their own dreams. They're living society's dreams, someone else's dreams, often well-meaning. Many years ago, I was considered successful by all the people that knew me. I lived in Bermuda, had a job flying around the Caribbean, tax-free salary of ginormous proportions. But it wasn't my dream. It wasn't what I wanted. I was in the corporate world, and I just frankly didn't enjoy corporate life. It was my parents' dream of what they wanted for me. They wanted me to be successful and in the eyes of society, and I was. But in my own eyes, I wasn't successful. I just hated the corporate scene. I hated all the politics and nonsense that went on. I hated to see people that really deserved better recognition not getting it, and people that really didn't deserve recognition getting it because they were better at the political side of things rather than actually doing their job. So I didn't like the corporate world, even though I was successful in it. I was doing really well. I just didn't enjoy the environment. And so it means different things for different people. What does it mean for you? Only you know that. You are totally unique, but you must decide that you are going to live your own dream not societies, not keeping up with the Joneses, not whatever somebody else wants for you. What do you want for yourself is what a success lifestyle is. And whatever that is, for most people, it requires cash. I often see people and they're trapped. They're trapped because of their own mental attitude. I talk to them and I say, you know, do you really love your job? Oh, no. Well, why don't you change it? Well, because I have to pay the bills and I've got these responsibilities. And, you know, that is the wrong attitude. If you're not getting up in the morning with a smile on your face because you are excited about what you're going to be doing that day, how are you going to be helping others? How are you going to be making a living out of providing value for other people? And in doing that, getting immense value for yourself, and that will enable you to smile. If you're not smiling about what you're doing, you should change it. Ignore the fact that you've got bills to pay and responsibilities. They'll get paid anyway. They will get paid anyway. Once you just take that leap of faith and do what you really enjoy doing, you will make far more money. You will be of better service to humanity and you will be happier. And because you're happier, all those around you will also be happier. So it requires money. How much is it going to require you to live that lifestyle? Depends on what the lifestyle is you want. But however much it is, you can attain it. How are you going to get it? With an online business, anything is possible, and usually it's attainable faster than a conventional brick and mortar offline business. And it's also usually available for far less cost, but there are costs involved. You can't expect to start a business and have no expenses, no running costs, and make a fortune. It's not realistic. Is it possible? Possibly. Nothing is impossible, but I don't know anybody that is in the top earning bracket that's done it without serious investment. It can be started with small investments and built up, but you will find that most people that are making large incomes online are putting a large amount of cash into what they are doing. And I'm going to show you how you can get involved in things for low cost later on as we get through this. And I'm going to show you how you can actually do things that people are not telling you about. They're not telling you how to get traffic. They're not explaining. They're not. I'm going to show you something that most people are never going to have access to. Never, ever. Okay. And that's coming towards the end. So I hope you're excited about that, because I'm excited about it. It's something that I've been doing for a while, but I've been wondering how we can do this and help other people. And it's something that I've been working on, and I'm ready to help people with. Anyway, I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. What you need to know is what you really want, what is going to make you happy, what is your personal success lifestyle, how much is it going to cost you. You need to cost it out, and then you can decide how you're going to get it. And I recommend that you do it working from anywhere, with being your own boss, which is what the internet lifestyle is all about. An online business. It sounds easy. Start your own online business. There's loads of stuff out there that sells you, oh yeah, just buy this product and do this and do that. It sounds easy, but it's often misunderstood. An online business is like an offline business. The only difference is it's probably going to cost you less to set up. You don't have the same overheads. You are still going to have overheads. You are still going to have things that cost you money on a regular basis, but they're unlikely to be as high as if your business was offline. So what's involved? for most people, they've never done this before, and even if they have, even if they've been looking at it, it is confusing to them because there's so much to learn. What's all this internet marketing about? What's all this search engine optimization? Where do you get leads? How do you do media buys? I can only just switch my computer on, you know. There is an awful lot of stuff that you need to learn, but you don't need to get bogged down in it, which is what happens because there's so much information coming at you from so many different directions. What you need to do is get through the confusion. You know, don't bother with all the information that is coming at you because most of it you don't need. It really is as simple as that. You don't need to be an expert in SEO. You don't need to be an expert in building websites. You don't need to be to learn loads and loads of things. You just need to concentrate on the things that are going to get you where you want to go. And most people aren't going to tell you what that is because they want to sell you all sorts of things, and it's confusing, and they're going to hype stuff up. They're going to tell you, oh yeah, all you need is this $37 software or ebook or whatever it is. And the next thing you get inside and they're selling you something for $97, and then you buy that, and then they're selling you something for $200 a month, and then they're selling you something for $5,000, and it goes on and on and on. And do you need all that? Maybe you need some of it, but you don't need it all at once. You need to take things a bit at a time and just do what you need to do. So do these statements apply to you? I really want to start making money online, but I'm such a beginner. I don't know anything, so I don't have a clue where to begin, and I don't know who to trust online. Okay? Is that the situation you find yourself in? Because I know from surveys I've done and talking to people that that's a situation that most people find themselves in. So what I want to do is I want to take away all the hype. Yeah, it is possible to have the business that you want, creating the income that you want, not working like a slave, stuck to things, doing things that are happy, make you happy, and I want to keep it simple. Okay, so we're going to take away the hype, make it as simple as possible. So there are two things that you need to be successful online. Just two things. Einstein said, if you can't explain it simply, you just don't understand it well. I've been involved in business for almost 40 years, online for about 15 years, or a little over 15 years. And I think by now I've got a pretty good understanding of what it's all about. And it boiled down to two things. So what I want to ask you now is there anybody there that can tell me what they think those two things might be? I'll be checking in the chat section, and I will also check in the SOAP site where it's streaming live. You can post them as comments in there. Have you got any ideas what two things you need to be successful online, to have this business that is going to create for you your own personal success lifestyle? I'll give you a minute. See, any answers? Anybody got any idea? Anybody no idea and wants to know? Let me get a bit of feedback from you somewhere. Even if you say no idea, or have a guess at something, or whatever. Let's have something in that chat section, just so I know that you're all still with me and following along. And I say also on the streaming live, add a comment under the video if you're on the SOAP site watching this. I'm pretty excited about that actually, because it means that it's all contained there, where a lot of other things that you're getting from SOAP are. You're getting the training, you're getting the webinars. We've had this page built, and it's I think it looks pretty good, and it gives you mindset and persistence, money, a couple of answers. Yeah, you need all of those. You need a bit of money, you need an excellent mindset. But if you really know what the success lifestyle is that you want, that you truly want, your mindset, you'll find, will be easy. You will need to persist to get it, and you will need money. But those aren't the things that I've simplified it down to. So, and if you understand these two items, you're going to be well on the way to success. So if you can master the fact that just these two things are going to determine your success, you can really start making massive inroads. So number one, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're selling, no matter what you're promoting, your business is the same as everyone else's. Everybody is in the same boat with this. It's just a case of what is that thing that everybody needs to be doing? What is it that everybody that's in business, online and offline, really, what is the essence of their business? What's it about? And that's what it's about. It's about lead generation. You are in the business of generating leads. It doesn't matter what your end product is that you're selling. It doesn't matter whether it's a service. It doesn't matter whether it's a tangible item. It doesn't matter whether it's something that people download. It doesn't matter whether, no matter what it is, your business, if you're going to be successful, is a lead generation business. Once you understand that, once you understand that you're not in the business of necessarily selling this widget or whatever it is, once you understand that your business is a lead generation business, you're generating leads. This is the same online as it is offline. Generating leads. If you're selling ladies' underwear on the high street, you put displays in your window that look attractive so that people come in. That is one way of generating leads. Generating leads is what it's all about. Until you have a lead, you don't have a business. Until you have a lead, you have no way that you can progress people through to the ultimate objective of making a sale. So it's lead generation. And number two is branding. This is why major corporations, you'll see them advertising on television. They'll pay millions of dollars to advertise, and they're not asking for sales. They're not saying buy this. They are just promoting their brand. So if somebody thinks of a soft drink, they think of Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola or Sprite or whoever has done the best brand imaging for that. If they're looking to buy something to eat that's simple and easy, it might be a can of baked beans. And whoever has that brand recognition, I would suggest it's probably Heinz in that instance. That is the brand recognition. That is what it's about. It's the essence of your business. It's your identity. It's what people look at you for why they come to you, because of your branding, because the way that you're positioned in the marketplace. And that makes the difference. That makes the difference when people are walking through the supermarket. It makes a difference which packet of butter they pick up. It's the brand that they are going for. Which tires they put on their car. Which fast food restaurant they go to. It's all about branding. So if you understand these two things, branding can be twofold. It can be personal branding, where you're branding yourself, or it can be your product that you're branding, like, for example, Google or Mercedes or Nike or whoever else is on there, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, Coca-Cola. It's all about branding. It's about the image that people have in their mind when they think of a hamburger. They think of McDonald's. When they think of fried chicken, they think of Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's the identity of your business, whether it's you personally or whether it's the product you're selling. If that brand is not outstanding, then you're in the run of the mill with everybody else. You're fighting for business just like everybody else, like all those other people that are out there. And it doesn't matter what you're selling. You can be selling exactly the same product as 1,000 other people, but if your branding is significantly better than theirs, then you stand out from the crowd and people buy that product from you, even if you're charging a premium for it. Okay? Get away from the idea of discounting things. Just add value. And value comes in lots of forms. And one of the forms is in the branding that you apply to what you're selling or to yourself. And sometimes both. Sometimes both. Sometimes through branding, whatever it is you're selling, you actually are enhancing your own personal branding. You're branding yourself as an expert in the field. You're branding yourself as the go-to person for that particular product. So it's all about positioning your brand with your leads. So you generate your leads and you take those leads and you introduce them to your brand. Now, whether that's you personally or your product, it doesn't matter. You put those two things together. Those two things, your lead generation and your branding, you put them together, and what do they equal? Sales. Massive, massive sales. I see people that are struggling to sell an affiliate product where other people are selling thousands and thousands of dollars worth every month, sometimes every week, sometimes every day. What's the difference? The lead generation added to the branding. And that is what makes the difference. And that is what will make the difference for you. And that is what your business is about. You are in lead generation and branding. Those are the two things that you're in. It doesn't matter what the end product is. It doesn't matter what the end product or service is. It's those two things. Looking here, I thought I'd gone 2 slides. Computer's running slow, forgive me. Okay, and those sales, what do they mean? They mean cash in your bank, which will allow you to have that success lifestyle, that personal success lifestyle. You've got to be committed to it. You've got to do what it takes to achieve it before you get what you want. I think it was Zig Ziglar said that you've got to be before you can do. and you've got to do before you can have. So you've got to be committed. You've got to be committed to your own personal dream. You've got to do what it takes to achieve it, and then you can have what you want. You can be who you want, do what you want, have what you want. Okay? That is what your success lifestyle is about. It's about being who you want, being able to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, why you want. And that is having what you personally want. So let's look at lead generation. And let's try and simplify that a little bit. Because we've now narrowed it down to just two things that you need to be doing. You need to be generating leads, and you need to be improving your branding. So let's look at the first part of that. Let's look at lead generation. And I'm going to give you some great ideas, as I said, later on, something I don't think anybody else is offering out there in the marketplace. So first of all, you've got to decide how long you're going to be in the business, because most people are like butterflies. They flip from one thing to the next, one thing to the next. And if you are doing that, you're going to find it difficult to attain leads that see you as credible. It's not impossible. There are people that make good livings generating leads and switching from one thing to the next and taking those leads with them. I don't believe it's an ethical form of business, and I don't believe it's the best form of business, but there are some people that are very good at it, and they're not really interested in the ethics of it. They don't care how much the people that they're dragging along from business to business to business to business with them make or lose. All they're interested in is what they can get out of things. So it depends how long you're going to be in a business. Now, possibly some things may be short term anyway. For example, if you're selling Halloween costumes, they're going to sell between now and the 31st of this month. So you've got about a week to do it in. And then it's gone till next year. So some things are by their nature short term. Maybe costumes have other times of the year, perhaps around New Year and things where they can sell, but the big costume time is so some things, as I say, by their nature are short term like that. But the ideal situation for you to be in is something that's long term, because that way you can set things up that will continue producing leads for you on an ongoing basis. For example, if you are driving traffic to product A this month, and by next month you've moved on to product B, all the work that you've done for product A now has no meaning. It's gone. But if you are still in product A in month 2, the work that you did in month 1 is still generating results, and it'll be ongoing, generating results in month 3, month 4, month 5, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. And that is the benefit of having a long-term view on what you're doing for lead generation. But you may want short-term, you may want long-term. Whichever it is you're going for, they both need a lead capture form of some form, some sort, often known as a squeeze page. You've seen them, I'm sure. They're places where people enter their name and email address, sometimes a lot more information, and that goes off, and that goes to the company or the organization, and you've traded in that information to get something back from them. It may be a report, it may be training, it may be a video, it may be a product. There can be lots of things there. It can be, for example, insurance companies have you fill out a form and they'll give you a quotation. So that can be one form of a lead capture form. And insurance companies, for example, will pay you quite a lot of money to get people to fill in those forms for them. You don't have to personally sell anything, but you have to get people to fill in the lead capture form, and that's known as CPA sales, cost per action. And you can get paid sometimes hundreds of dollars for that type of capture form being completed. There's a lot of people that are attracted to that. Most of them can't get anybody to fill the form in. Why? Because they're not very good at doing the lead generation, and even if they are, they have no branding. They've got to put that branding in between the lead generation to make them unique, to make people understand what's going on. You need somewhere to store the leads once you've got them. And that usually is done through an autoresponder. That's the best way. You don't want to be writing them all out like the guy down below, you know, okay, I've got another lead, write it in here. You know, you want somewhere where it can be stored. It's easy to access. You can email them anytime you want, and you can even send pre-programmed messages out to them. So what are short-term ways of getting leads? Things like solo ads are probably the easiest for most people. Most people to get started on. There's pay-per-click and pay-per-view advertising, which are the type of things that you'll see on Facebook, the ads at the side, and sponsored ads and this sort of thing. Classified advertisements in local papers, online advertising services. You've got to be careful where you're advertising here, because if you're advertising in free classified situations, most of the time people are going there to place ads. They're not going there to look at them. People just don't go there to look and read ads. They go there to place them, in the mistaken thought that they're going to generate something. However, there are exceptions. Backpages and Craigslist are two very good places where you can post online classifieds, and these will get you short-term results. These will get you instant leads coming in, and so they're good for short term. They're also good for long term, because once you've got that lead, you've got it and you can use it for whatever it is that you're promoting. And if it's long term, and if it's got that continuity in it, it'll come over with a little bit more authority. But if you're in short term, things that are not much good to you are things like search engine optimization, because it takes too long. It can take 6-12 months sometimes, using normal sources, resources to get, for example, your blog ranking. If you post every day a blog article for 12 months, you will soon start to see that your new blog articles are getting ranked very quickly, provided you are not going for the prime keywords that people are paying thousands and thousands of dollars to have people get them ranked for those keywords. But you can do sort of longer tail keywords that will get you ahead of the game, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit in a bit later on as well. Article submission. Those articles you post onto places like Digit and all this sort of thing, and They are there. They are there constantly, and they are constantly driving traffic to wherever you're linking those articles to. And if you're switching businesses, then it's no good doing that kind of submission. But if you're in this long term, then it can be a good form of getting leads. And forums as well are another place. You become known in a forum for your particular niche. Whatever that niche is, there'll be a forum for it, I assure you. All you've got to do is look for the niche that you want to be involved in, and in Google put the niche. Let's suppose it was origami. Look for origami forums or origami newsletters, origami, anything about origami, and you'll find lots and lots of places. I'm sure. I mean, I've never looked for it, but I'm sure that there will be lots of places there. If you just, whatever you put in, you'll find places for it. They're good for long term. And okay, so let's have a look at lead capture. You capture the lead, you add it to your list, you send them to your sales page, and you send them emails, which again send them back to your sales page. So what's the missing link? What is missing from there? Can anybody give me an idea of what they think is missing from that sequence? Because that's a sequence that most people online are teaching, but there is something missing. If you've been on my trainings before, you should know this. So have we got anything? Let's see if we get some answers up there. Let's see who's in. Not many here, but hopefully there are a few watching it streaming on the live streaming. We're not getting much interaction on the live streaming, so I don't know. Maybe I've got a small audience today. A bridge page, Mark. Excellent. That is what is missing from there. Well done, that man. And so if we go back here, the bridge page is where you add your branding. Okay, we're back to branding. You capture your lead, you send them to a thank you page, and in that thank you page you have the ability to do a number of things, and the most important thing you can do there is start your branding. Okay, and then from that branding page they get added to the list, and then you can send them emails. And you can send them to your sales page. You can send them to your sales page from your branding page. There are ways of doing that, and I'm going to cover those in a moment. But that is an essential part of your business. It's the branding. Okay, so you've got the lead capture, and the next is your branding. So you send them to somewhere where you can brand. Okay, so your brand page, we're going to treat it as a 3-step process. Okay, so step 1 is you thank them for subscribing, and you introduce yourself and you explain what it is you are doing and why you're doing it. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is they've come for, whether it's to fill in that insurance form we were talking about before. You say, okay, I'm glad you opted in for this because insurance is very important, and I've seen so many people making lots of mistakes with their insurance. I've been involved in helping people get the right insurance for many years. Whatever it is that you're doing, you talk about it. You talk about why you are qualified to help them. related to what it is they've opted in for. Secondly, you explain the problem. Okay, there is a problem. There is something that that person is missing when they opted in. If they've opted in because they've got a spotty face through acne, you explain about acne and how it can be very difficult to get rid of, and why it affects their social life and they can't get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and how it can even affect their employment because employers look at them as just a spotty kid and they shouldn't judge a sausage by its skin, but it happens, unfortunately. So you not only explain the problem, but you twist the knife, you exaggerate the problem. And then third thing you do is you offer a solution to the problem. You say, through my experience and through knowing about this, I realize that it's difficult and there are various things that you can do. You can do this and you can do that and you can do the other, and this will cost you that and this will cost you this. But one of the most effective solutions I've found is, okay, and that's where you solve the problem. So you offer them a lot of solutions, but you say, as an expert, I say that this is one of the most effective solutions. You can look at them all, but take a look at this. I'm going to show it to you now because, and give them reasons why. Okay. Now I dragged this little circle thing off the internet. So I think it's quite helpful. Find the problem. What is the problem and why is it happening? Okay. All the time you're doing this, you are positioning yourself as an expert. You are improving your branding. Okay. You develop a plan for them. Okay. You develop a plan, you explain what the plan is, and then you show them how to implement it. Okay. And this evaluate, did our plan work? This is a very, very good step that I've not mentioned here, but you do this later on, because once you've introduced them to the solution, you keep in touch with, and you say, especially if they bought the acne cream or whatever it is that you're offering, how did it work for you? You get evaluation from them. Did it work? Has it completely cleared it, or has it partially cleared it? If it's only partial, then maybe we need to do this. If it's completely, how long did it take? Wasn't that great? Are you really happy with it? And if you get these feedbacks, then you've got some social proof from people. And that's very important, testimonials and social proof. Taking an example in the Make Money Online niche, which is one that is very popular. It's a very profitable niche. I would suggest you do it with videos, because videos are very powerful. And I would create 3 short videos. They don't need to be big, long things. The introduction to yourself and why you're in there and what you're offering them can be done in a couple of minutes. The difficulty that people have, what is it? What do they need? They need an autoresponder, they need lead capture pages, they need hosting, they need video creation tools, they need training, and it all costs money. And you can tell them that, you know, I've been involved in this for a long time. I've spent thousands on this, but I found that even as a beginner, if you're looking for some of the most cost-effective ways, they can still easily add up to 100 a month, or often over 1,000 a month, and that's before you even think about getting traffic. You can quote things like Aweber and GetResponse and MailChimp that cost $20 a month and up for autoresponder. You can quote hosting, the popular sites, HostGator and Others slip my mind. If you just look up hosting, you'll see that they're costing $7 a month as a minimum, and going up from there quite often. Video creation tools. Some of them you can buy outright. Some of them are subscriptions. If you look at something like Camtasia, I think it's a few $300–400. Training can cost anything from a few dollars up to thousands and thousands of dollars. There are trainings that are going out there that are costing $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for people to attend. So you can stress this, and you can also say that you often get what you pay for. Okay, so there are cheaper versions and sometimes free versions, but they're difficult to put together. And then you can offer a solution. You say, well, you know, I mean, you can go and get all these bits and pieces any way you like, but I found a site where you can get all of the above. You can get the training, you can get the hosting, you can get the autoresponder. They're adding lead pages now, and there's a video creation tool which they're just about, which is downloadable. And you can get all that for less than the cost of hosting for most people, just $7 a month. It may or may not be what you are looking for, but it does have everything that you need to get started for a very modest figure. And then the amount of money you're saving, you can use on generating traffic. So just take a look at World Wide Web SAWWP.com and see what they've got to offer. Okay, you're getting the idea? 3 simple videos. 1, who you are. 2, the problem. Why have they opted in to your list? That is your key. It's got to be consistent with what they've opted in for. It's no good if they opted in to make money online. You then start saying the problem is a lot of people that are trying to make money online have got spotty faces, so you need an acne cream. You know, it's not connected, is it? It's got to be connected. And then emphasize the problem, twist the knife, and a little video giving the solution, and you can show them a bit of the back office or whatever. Okay, simple way. And by the way, is a great program. And if you're viewing this, if somebody's been kind enough to introduce you to SOAP and you're viewing this on the SOAP website, there is a button that will have appeared beneath the video that says click here to join SOAP Simple Fast Cash Program now, and that's where you'll get all these tools. You can join free, take a look, and then upgrade, and it's only $7 a month, and you'll get all the tools that you need to get started. There are progressive upgrades where you can get more and more and more, but initially $7 will give you everything that you need to get started, and will take you to thousands of dollars a month, literally. And as I say, there'll be a button that's appeared below your video now. So that is there, and you click on that. Click here to join SOAP now. Big orange button, and you will be sponsored by the person that invited you to the site. Okay, so a little plug for them. Great tools at amazing prices. So let's have a look at lead generation a bit more. It's also known as traffic. You're talking about traffic, and I get asked quite a lot about cheap traffic. What is cheap traffic? Do you know where I can get cheap traffic? Cheap traffic. What's cheap traffic? You will probably see things that look like this: 200,000 double opt-in opportunity seeker leads every month for just $10. Okay, it might be $20, it might be $5, it might be $50. Whatever it is it cheap traffic? Well, if you're spending $10 a month and nobody ever buys anything, is that cheap? Not for me, it's not. If you go for more qualified leads, and these are probably going to cost you in the region of $1 each. I'm not sure whether we've, oh no, we've I was just looking at my other monitor here, and I thought we'd lost you, but you're back on my screenshot anyway. If you're getting good qualified leads, they're probably going to cost you $1 and upwards. You might find somewhere that you can get them a bit cheaper. How do you know? You don't unless you test them, but you don't buy a lot of leads at any price in the hope. You buy a modest quantity of those leads and you test them and you see what result you get. And if they're converting, then you buy a few more and you check until you've tested a minimum of 200. And if at 200 you're still getting reasonable conversions, and when I say reasonable conversions, I'm talking about what's the lifetime value of a lead. If you are or the lifetime value of a sale. If you're selling something that's $10 a month and people on average stay with it for 8 months, then a sale is worth $80. Okay, not $10, it's worth $80. It's not worth $1,000 if the average is only 8 months. Okay, it's $80. So if you are getting leads at $1 each, just for simplicity, and your lifetime value for a sale is $80, if you get better than 1 out of 80 leads buying from you, then you're running at a profit. Okay, and if you're running at a profit, for me, that is a cheap lead. If you're spending $10 a month, $20 a month, or whatever it costs you for this, and you're never making any sales, that's, to me, is an expensive lead. So let's get that out of the way. I can send places where you can get leads for 1 or 2 cents. Will they convert? Probably not. I don't think that's cheap. Let's look at lead generation. Qualified traffic that continues and grows, that's SEO based. Now, for most people in internet marketing, this is not possible to do. If you employ professional SEO people, they'll cost you a fortune. They charge thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get high ranking for very popular keywords. Okay, they are employed by companies that have millions of dollars to spend, and you can't compete with them. But what you can do, and I don't believe there's anybody anywhere offering this. It's something that I do. Well, I say I do. I don't personally engineer it because I don't have the skill. But it's something that I have a team that I pay to create for me, what I call universal recommendation pages. And it's like having pay-per-click advertising that drives traffic to your website. See, the great thing about pay-per-click advertising is people look at your advert and they say, yeah, I'm interested in that, so they click on it. Okay, so they are targeted. If what's better than that is if somebody, without seeing your advert, they think, I would like some acne cream. So they go to Google and say, where can I buy acne cream? And they get a list of things from Google. And Google now have a system where they will offer local solutions where possible. So if you're in Palm Beach, Florida, and you are searching for acne creams, and there is a shop down the road that sells acne creams, and they have got some sort of Google presence, then it's likely that that shop will pop up on that page because it is local. Okay, so if you can get some sort of system whereby you can target local keywords and long tail keywords, so if instead of just acne cream, you could have effective acne cream for teenage girls. Okay, effective acne cream for teenage boys. You know, there are lots of long tail. That's what a long tail keyword is. It digs deeper, and they're easier to rank for. So what I do, and in fact, I can show you a site that's being built for me at the moment. I think I've got it. Just bear with me and let me see if I can find it. Where? No, I'm sure. Here we go. I'm going to change the screen sharing that I'm doing at the moment. So you'll get me back for a minute, and then we'll have a look. And I should be, here we go. And we now should have a different screen. Now this is a page that is being built for me at present by my team. And you can see it's a sales page. It's got advertisement up at the top. It's got online shopping cashback. This is a domain I bought purely for this page, not for anything else other than this page. onlineshopperguide.com. Okay, so it's all related. It's got a video on it. It's got a few links where you can start getting things. And what I want to show you is this. If we have a look at the sitemap, we have a look here, and you can see that we've got a number of long tail keywords in here, pages that are these are pages, okay, that are targeting long tail keywords, and these are all hidden behind this one page. Okay, so this is the page, but if anybody's searching for any of those keywords that are behind this page, they're going to get to here. If we can show you that, if we click on them. Oh, well, it's actually done there, sorry. We're targeting by geographically as well now, you see. We're targeting geographically. So we've added in lots of locations for these. So if looking for whatever it is here, that these are also built in behind just that one page. So if we click on there, okay, you can see we've bobbed up here. Where can you get cash back in Pennsylvania, Virginia? And we've got this page that's come up here again. And this is there, and we've got the link, and they click on that link and they go back to this page. Okay, so this is see all those pages multiplied by all those geographical locations actually gives thousands and thousands and thousands of pages that are all targeted locally. This actually isn't done yet because if I click on this, you'll see that there's a step missing. It's going directly to this page, which is where should be something showing there. Loading a bit slowly, I think. Yeah, it's going to there. Don't know why it loaded so slowly. It's going to this page, which is very similar, but it's explaining more about things, okay? But really, between there and here, what we need is that branding page, and that's not been done yet. So this is still all in process. Okay, so if I go back here now, I wanted to show you that because it explains a little bit about how we create thousands and thousands and thousands of pages which drive traffic. And if I go stop screen sharing, and then we go back to the presentation, if we can find the presentation, here we go. I think that's it. Okay, we're back. So that's what I'm talking about here. This is people that are searching for what you want, and this can be aligned to anything. This can be aligned to any product, any campaign, anything that you want. And it's something, and it's my way of doing SEO. But you've got to be involved in this long term. It's not no good for short term hits. It's only if you're serious. And here's an example of what we're getting here. And you can see that we're getting clicks. This isn't to that site I've just shown you. This is to one of my other sites actually, but you can see we're getting clicks, page views, unique visits and returning visits. So we're getting, the blue is important because those are unique visits, and the brown are very important because they're people that are coming back because they're really interested. Okay, and these are really targeted people because we've not gone out and looked for them. They've looked for what we have to offer. They've been searching for whatever it is that this site is offering. It could be acne cream, and we're getting people who are searching. We're getting 80, 30 here. What's the lowest? 34 unique searches in a day, and as high as 80 unique searches in a day. And we're getting people coming back, 10, 13, 6, 5 is the minimum back in a day. These are highly targeted. Now, if you are getting people on pay-per-click, you'll be lucky. If you've got a really good funnel, you'll be lucky to get 2 or 3% converting to sales. But if you've got traffic like this, which is organic traffic that are searching for what you are offering, conversion rates can be as high as 30 and 40% on these unique visitors. Massive, massive difference. As I say, it's not something that I can do, not something that I can set up. It's something that I've organized, and I have people that do it for me. And we're looking at quality traffic, real high quality, not necessarily, although quantity comes. That site that we were just looking at has only been there for about about 3 months, and it's getting that sort of traffic on a regular basis, and that goes up and it grows and it grows because we keep adding pages in, more and more pages. But it's not instant traffic. You need to be looking at 90 days to start seeing sort of results, although it can be much faster. It depends on niche, depends on the number of pages you've got, depends on how good the keywords are, but we're going for premium quality traffic, and you've got to plan ahead for it. You've got to be prepared to be there with that same opportunity, that same business for the long term. This is not a short-term strategy. But what I've done, and I've only done quick costings on this, and what I'm offering to do is, if you're interested in this type of thing and you're in it for the long term, I put together a basic trial offer where we'll build you 100 pages a month. Now that'll probably be from maybe 5 or 10 major pages, where you saw me, that I was looking at that website, and you saw it had lots and lots of pages. Those 5 or 10 will probably geo-target through 20 or so different geo-targets. So it'll give you 100 unique universal pages. Now, because we're targeting a page that is perhaps targeting Pennsylvania, it doesn't mean that somebody in Los Angeles won't see that page. It depends on how it works and what they've searched, and the more exact their search is, the more targeted they'll get. But if the long tail keyword is a good keyword, people will find that all over the place. It's just that certainly if it's targeting Pennsylvania, they'll bang, they're in there, and it'll probably be number 1 in Google. If they're in California, they might be 4 or 5 in Google, but it's still going to bring in visitors. So geographic targeting doesn't limit you to an area. It just improves the visits, and the more visits you get for the more pages, the more Google like it, and the better the whole thing works. And so it's a thing that builds over time, where you start getting thousands and thousands of visitors to a website. So what we're doing here is I've put this together, a trial offer, and I'm not sure how well this will work. I've never done anything with only 100 pages, and I think, well, I'm hoping I'm not going to lose money on paying people to set this up at these prices. But what I'm offering is we'll set you up initially for $79. That'll include a domain name. You'll need to pick the domain name you want. We'll send you a questionnaire and show you how to do that. But we'll get the domain and we'll set up the page, and it'll include information based on what you give us. So it'll be based on the sales page that you're wanting to promote, I suppose, is the best way of looking at it. So if you're promoting an affiliate offer, you get that sales page, you tell us which sales pages, and we'll take stuff off that affiliate offer. We don't create videos, but we'll create you a high converting page that we can then geo-target in that way. And the first month, with the setup initially and the keyword research that we do on your behalf, will be $79, and then it's $49 a month. And what we'll do is we'll create 100 web pages. They're all search engine optimized for front page placement on between 2 and 9 high quality buyer, important word, long tail keywords. So people that are searching to buy, okay, whatever it is you're selling. And when we do it in this way, it's the equivalent of bidding on something like 500 keywords, but instead showing up for the organic free results. And you're not paying for every click. You pay to get this set up. Once your pages are there and set up, they're there. Okay, no matter how many clicks you get from them, no matter for how many years. I mean, I've got stuff that's been set up for 5 years that is bringing in loads and loads of traffic. Okay, so what we do, we set you up with that initially, and that'll cost you $79, and then $49 a month. And I'll stick with these prices even if I find I'm losing money on them. But we'll look you in at this. We'll add 100 more referring pages, so that you'll. In fact, it's like having more real estate, more stuff, more long tail keywords, more hundreds more pages, and we'll keep adding them month after month after month after month. Now, as I say, you need to be looking at probably 3 months to start seeing this, and it'll start growing after that. Sometimes it'll happen quicker. What I've also put together is a professional package, and this is where we're going to start you off with like 3,500 initial pages, and this is going to get you results faster and more results. Obviously, the more real estate you've got, the more likely you are to be found. And then we'll add 1,000 a month for you. Okay, so you start off with 3,500, and then month 2 we'll add another 1,000, so that's 4,500 month 3. So it's going up by 1,000 every month. That would take you 10 months with the trial plan. To set this up initially, if you look at the figures from the trial plan, it's 35 times $79, or no, because some of that's keyword research. 30, I think I worked it out, and 35 times $49. It would cost you $1,715. But because we're doing this all in one for you, I'm going to knock $1,000 off the price, and you can get set up with this massive package for just $715. And then instead of $490 for 1,000 pages every month, I'm going to do them for you at $71 a month for 1,000 pages after that initial setup. Big value. Something that I don't believe is available anywhere else online. There are no contracts. You can cancel at any time. Your existing pages will stay up, generating results for year after year. At the end of the year, your domain registration renewal fee, which will, I don't know, somewhere between $10 and $20. But that's it. You're not tied into anything. How long will it take us to set this up? We can probably get you set up in around about a week, something like a week, if you're interested in doing this. So just to recap, there's 2 packages. There's 100 pages per month with keyword research and initial setup. Month 1 will cost you $79, followed by $49 a month. And you will start seeing results. Professional, you will see bigger results, and you'll see them faster. We're setting up with 3,500 initial pages with keyword research, and then we'll do 1,000 a month for just $71 a month. 1,000 extra pages a month for just $71. And as I say, there's no contracts. You can cancel at any time. If you are, I don't know what we've got here going. Let me get rid of that. Don't know whether you saw that, but it was a nuisance. If you want to take advantage of this, send an email to betterthanppc@soap.com. State which package you're interested in, and we'll start the process rolling. We'll send you somewhere to pay, and after you've paid, we'll send you a form which you'll need to fill in to explain to us what you want and this sort of thing. Pretty simple process, and then we'll take over and we'll do everything for you. Now, as I say, I don't think this has been offered online before anywhere, but once the website for this is built and up and running, and I hope that's going to be soon, but I do have my programmers working on other stuff and things at the moment, the prices will be increased. So if you're going to do it, I suggest you do it now, and you can lock in these prices, even if I find they are losing me money, which they may, because as I say, I've been pretty quick on the costing. I'm not really sure what it's going to cost me to do all this. So there's your chance to do it now. That's it, really. Any questions now? Where are we? We're a little bit over time anyway, but I'm happy to stay here, see if we've got any questions. I can't see any on the. I wonder if I need to refresh this web page to see them. Let me refresh the web page on SOAP and see if there's. I can't see any questions on there. Have we got any questions coming from you about this or anything we've covered today, or anything else for that matter? I'm happy to answer questions. I'll give you a couple of minutes if we have any questions. I hope you found what we've covered today useful. If you concentrate on those two things, understand that you're in lead generation and branding. Once you've mastered those two things, lead generation and branding, and you put them together, there is no way that you will not make money. I can assure you of that. You put your lead generation and your branding together, it must. It's a scientific formula, and it must result in income for you. Okay, any questions? Can't see any. You can always add questions to the page afterwards. I will put a link on the page, perhaps. I don't know. But just to go back, if you've no questions, I'll give you that email address again, just in case you want to take advantage of this while it's going at a low cost. Oh, I've lost it, but I'll put it in here. It's better than ppc@.com. I can't send you to a website, but I've displayed that as a sticky. I can't send you to a website because we don't have one. It's only something that I've been doing for me. It's not something that's been I've ever made available to anybody else. It helps me make a lot of money online, and I will be putting a website up for it. Any questions? I've not got any pop-ins for you, I don't think. Well, there's one there that we did the other week, which you can have again if you weren't here. Prosperity Mantra by Winter and Alvin. But I've been working on getting this better than PPC system available for you, so I've not had time to do other things, look for offers and things. Mark asks, how close are you to putting together the new TCC? Once again, it's down to how fast we can put together a website for one of the main products, Mark. We have all the elements. It's just putting them together in a cohesive way that is going to be easy for people. I want to make it easier for people to get involved in than it was last time. Last time it was like steps over here, and we had bit over there, bit here. I want it all to be under one umbrella, one simple system. And so that's taking a little bit longer. I'm bringing all the elements in that together, hopefully not too long, but I don't want to give you a date because I'm not sure. We have a lot on at the moment already. The team I have are all working the socks off anyway, so it's just getting things done. I would like to think it will be weeks rather than months. I would like to think we can have it operational before Christmas, but I'm not sure. It might be a lot quicker, might take a little bit longer. Any other questions? No other questions. I'm out of here. I thank you all for coming. I hope what you've had has been useful. And I look forward to seeing you probably. Well, I'll be running a webinar on Saturday. I've not decided exactly what yet, and I will be having another one next Thursday, and that will be up on soap.com/RMM in the near future if you want to do that. I would give it a few hours before we get that changed. The link will take you to the registration for this webinar at the moment. Okay. Thanks for coming here, and I hope it's been useful. Stop broadcast. There we go.